Okay, if you have a wood spacer already and you have an electric fuel pump, but you do not have a return, you still should not be vapor locking. But if you're still having vapor lock issues, what you can do is, right here, it's a fuel filter. It's 2 nipples on one side and 1 nipple on the other side. So you got either 5/16 or 3/8 nipple in and out, and you got a 1/4 inch nipple right here. It's a 1/4 inch line that goes back to the tank. And I put a valve right here and I cracked it open just a little bit, because when you leave it open all the way, that filter's supposed to have a built-in orifice, but when you leave it open all the way, it drops the fuel pressure down. So what happens right here, your fuel pressure will be around 7 psi. You open the valve, it'll drop to like almost 3.5. Then it'll come back up and stick around 6. But as you run the engine for about, let's say an hour, it starts to drop at about 4, something like that. But if you're going to be racing your car, don't put that on there, or either shut the valve off so you don't have any drop in fuel pressure. But if you just ride around town, what you're going to do, you're going to run that line right here to the 1/4 inch nipple on the filter. You can put your valve, or you don't have to. You don't want too much rubber line. So what you're going to do, you're going to go to Jigs or Summit, get a 1/4 inch aluminum fuel line. You're going to run it all the way back to your tank. You can run it to the top part where it can go off inside the fuel cell, however you have it, or you might be using a regular tank. And when you get close to the tank, then you put a rubber hose in, another 1/4 inch rubber hose with 2 clamps, and you're going to hook it to your return. So you want to run a metal fuel line all the way back to the tank. You don't want to run all rubber. So with the wood spacer and the return, and you moving your fuel lines away from the engine and crossing all that heat, you're moving it all the way to the inner fender and moving it out the way. This is a S10 that I have it in. You shouldn't experience no more vapor lock problems in traffic. All that should be out of the way. But part of that problem is that mechanical fuel pump. That's part of the problem, because with a mechanical fuel pump, that metal line runs right through behind the alternator and water pump, where all that heat is blowing out of that radiator, and you got all the heat from the engine is going right where the carburetor goes. And that line is going to get real hot, especially in traffic and 90-degree weather. So that should fix your problems. I want to give y'all the information, and thank y'all for watching.